Good morning.
Morning.
So, we're in here today. Guys, I'm afraid there's absolutely no eating on the tour.
Okay. Can we get in just
알코올 도수가 몇 도야?
So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Welcome to the malt barns at Sprinkbank. Founded here officially in 1828 by two local brothers, John and Archibald Mitchell. Now we do say as much as we can, we're going to do it all by hand, or by muck and style malt. There's a lot which is unpeated and triple distilled, what we like to call the Irish style. Same three simple ingredients, give the barley a chance to recover a little bit, and then we're going to soak it again for a further 4 weeks. It's time to grow, time to germinate. Because as that barley germinates, it's going to take all that from sugars that we need to make our alcohol as well. Now this state-of-the-art air conditioning system, quite simply, isn't here, which is fantastic. I'll have a little look around, see if we can find it. A lot more separation of the barley seed. You get a lot more air underneath it. So it's much more efficient at moving that barley. Which gives us quite a large seed, which is going to give us lots of sugar, which is what we're going to use to make our alcohol. The French peat, it hardly goes at all. It does give off an awful lot of smoke. This is ideal for our long, our smoky whiskey. Now, peat is basically, it's a bit longer, like 25-30 million years, it will eventually become coal. Now, we're 10-15,000 years to create a coal. The whiskey industry has been leading the research. Aberdeenshire, Merlin means it's got a lot of wood in there.
Oh my god, we're gonna hear.
Down here and light the kiln. Now for Sprinkbank, you're going to light the kiln using dry peat as the primary fuel source. That gets the temperature nice and high, it stops the germination of the barley, and it gets off a little bit of smoke. Light the fire using the dry peat to get the temperature nice and high, but after 6 hours of the dry peat, it's going to get through all of the barley. So that means that that floor up there also has temperatures that may be as high as 65 degrees Celsius. It is not the most pleasant of working environments. Really good. You want to lose a few kilos, but other than that, nobody wants to go in there. As quickly as they possibly can. You want to be in and out of there as soon as possible. With today's health and safety rules, it's a very over there. It's like tracks the heat and humidity inside the kiln, and the guys will look at it. It's a bit like a tachograph that you might see on a truck. So the guy will know when because the choke initials up here tell us. SB for Sprinkbank, LR for Longrow, HZ for Hazelburn. Which makes Kilkerran whiskey, KK for Kilkerran. The barley for Kilkerran is a super barley. We start to work on the integrate the next generation as well. on water. And if we've got too much flour, it's just going to turn into So, this is our cast iron, and it's going to make it close. That's all we've got. First remains in the bottom of the tank. There's still plenty of sugary goodness left in there, but the sugars are a bit more complex. They react to water at a higher temperature. So we're going to add more water, this time about 2 quarts, draining it off, cooling it down, passing it through to our water wax once more. Again, the grist remains in the bottom of the tank, and there might be just the tiniest little bit of sugar left in there. Give it a really good stir up, drain that away, and put this to one side. This third cycle is part of the first water for the next batch of grist that goes in there. So if there is any sugar, so we're going to add enough hot water to turn it into the scene from the line. It's very impressive.
I saw one waiting for us as we're driving by.
Yeah, they must have known you. Unfortunately, as you can see, we've watered it for installation next year. Rest assured though, that before we start the process, get rid of any bugs, any bacteria. It does also help to rejuvenate the environment as well. This is because you've got 23,000 litres of our sugary water. It's got all this lovely sugar to eat, starts munching away like some kind of hyperactive Pac-Man, creating lots and lots of carbon dioxide very, very quickly. Carbon dioxide sinks down to the floor below, allowing us to work up here quite safely. Eventually, this reaction is going to calm down as possibly can. Our fermentation time here at Sprinkbank is about. So at the end of those 5 days or so, we're left with a beigey brown liquid. It's around about 7% now. There's no probably about it. Okay? It's perhaps a bit like a wheat beer, maybe like a full garden or a leffe or something like that, but perhaps one that's about 5 or 6, where steel is very unreactive. You're just going to get exactly what you put back in. So a lot of the more modern distilleries will use stainless steel for their washbacks. Very easy to get hold of. Flavour comes back to the wood itself. The wood we use here at Sprinkbank is boat skin free, and that's why we brought it up like that. But we don't have this. Together. Friday is traditionally our filling day. That's where we're going to take our unique spirit and put it into our casks. And it's pretty much the industry standard these days. Most distilleries will cut it down to that strength. When we're happy with that, now time to put it into our. It's completely colourless. Our whiskey gets such a lovely warm colour and a fruity flavour to their alcohol. And start drinking sherry. Lots and lots of sherry. You'll be helping out the whiskey industry. You will be helping out our friends in Spain. And if you are going to start drinking sherry by the pint, you're going to roll them up onto the filling stand. The next and the most important in today's prices is a liquid sherry. So it fills the barrel. As soon as the liquid hits the bottom of the nozzle there, it cuts out automatically, so you can't overfill the cask. Pop the nozzle back in there.
It's such a if I want to pour.
It's not going to add any more alcohol back in, but it is going to add certain nuance and character to it. When you sort of mac cheese. Now we've never heard from them since. That bourbon flavour, or that sherry colour, that sherry flavour. More flavoursome, although not necessarily as powerful in alcohol. Now the flip side to this is a question of risk versus reward. And that's why here at Sprinkbank we tend to mature our whiskies between about 10 to about. We're going to mature that fully for 10 years, we're going to bottle that product, we're going to refill the barrel, and when we refill the barrel we're going to paint over the casket. Another driver, yeah?
I have to use it.
Sprinkbank?